What's up, plant family? So I'm getting ready to go back to Pennsylvania. Our wonderful week-long trip in Miami has officially come to an end. We've got to go back to like 25-degree weather. But before I leave, I wanted to bring a souvenir back with me. So I was just talking to the management outside of my hotel, or inside my hotel, and they have this gorgeous planting of the burl marks Philodendron. If you saw my Miami Beach plant tour, you would have noticed that I mentioned how prevalent this plant is all around the area. So I went and I spoke with him. I said, look, I grow plants. I'm a plant dude. Would it be all right if I took a little portion of one of your take a little cutting of one of your plants out front? And they said, by all means. So this is something that I like to do when I'm out traveling, bring back a plant memory. If you are thinking about doing the same, there's a couple kind of rules of thumbs that you need to keep in mind. One, never take cuttings from wild plants out in nature. Don't do that. If you do find landscaped, planted, cultivated plants like this, always get permission first. You don't want to be taking cuttings of plants where you don't have permission. That's not cool. You don't want someone to come to your front lawn and start taking cuttings, do you? Anyways, so I got the permission. I'm going to take a little cutting, and then I'm going to show you guys how to pack it up and bring it home with you, flying back to Philadelphia on a flight, and I'll show you how to pack it up and bring it with you onto the plane so that you can transport it home safely and then get it replanted so you can have that plant memory living and growing with you for the future. And remember, have that sweet plant memory of your vacation. Okay, so I found a good spot. The hotel was nice enough to allow me to take a cutting, so I don't want to take a cutting that's going to leave a huge gaping hole in their landscape. Something discreet, not too big, not too small, just about the perfect size. So you see here, I found a nice node. Nodes are always the most important things to consider when we are looking for cuttings. So we're going to cut just below this node. Perfect. This is a nice cutting, has 2 leaves. And now I will bring it back inside and I will show you how to wrap it up, pack it up, so that you can bring it with you to the airport so that it can travel with ease. Okay, so here is my cutting. I've been keeping it in this glass of water while I wait to package it up to bring it with us back to Pennsylvania. So what do you do once you're ready to get it packed up and ready to bring? All right, so you have your cutting. You need to get some sort of damp paper towel, could be toilet paper, whatever. You need some plastic. This was like a plastic bag. I just ripped it in half. And then you need something that is like a rubber band, a hair tie, a twist tie, something like that. So then what you do is you take your cutting and you're going to want to wrap this bottom, basically wrap the node, wrap where you cut it, wrap all of that section in this damp paper towel, just like this. Then you take your plastic and you're going to wrap this wet paper towel in the plastic with the idea that you're going to cover all of that moist paper towel as well as you can, because you don't want any of that moisture, or your goal is to not let any of the moisture evaporate away from this moistened paper towel. You want to keep all that moisture locked in while you are traveling back home. All right, so now you have it just like this, cute little package. Take your twist tie, keep this plastic in place. One more for good measure. All right, how cute is this? This is perfect, just like this. I'm gonna put it in an extra paper, in an extra plastic bag, and this is gonna be coming with me on flight, on board, in flight, as part of my carry-on luggage, so I can make sure that it is safe and sound. So stay with me, and I'll show you the next steps. All right, look, we made it back home. We're in frigid Pennsylvania. There's ice on the road outside, but we have the Miami plant life with us here today, and that makes me feel good. All right, so now that we are home, we simply start by taking the plastic off. And if you wrapped it well, then there's a very, very high chance that your paper towel is still nice and moist. I packed this up about 3 days ago and it's still nice and moist. I could probably have given it as long as 7 days before I replanted it, but less than 7 days is definitely what you want to do. The sooner the better, of course. Aerial root doesn't want to undo itself. Okay, perfect. I have my nice little 2.5, 3-inch container. Pre-moistened it. I think moistening your soil is always the best way to start new cuttings. Use your finger, use whatever makes you happy. Then you take your cutting and of course you get it planted in. Just like that. Perfect. All right, I could stop right here and just go display it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna bring this over to my heat tray. So let's go look at my heat pad. All right, so here we are at my heating pad. Put it right here. This is where I have all of my cuttings. I love starting all of my cuttings on the heating pad because that bottom heat really helps those roots to it really helps the cuttings to create roots that much faster. So 15 bucks on Amazon or wherever, local greenhouse nurseries. I'll leave a link in the description if you are looking for one. They're so convenient. You can see all the other little gems we got going. We have some pink princess, rickrack cactus, some jade, some pilea, or some peperomias. But yeah, anyways, so now that you know how to transport your cuttings from one location to the next with you safely, securely, you can start to bring those plant vibes from your vacations, as long as they're cuttings that you got with permission, of course. You can start bringing those plant memories home with you. I hope you found this video short, enjoyable, to the point, and inspirational. So next time you're taking a road trip or a vacation with someone that you love, or a solo trip to go see plant life in a different climate, think about this video and consider maybe taking a cutting with you after you ask for permission, of course. Anyways, thank you for watching me here on Plant Vibrations. You know, every Sunday we have a longer form video just like this, and then throughout the week, I'm trying to do 1 or 2 short, like 30-second videos just to keep the plant vibrations high. All right, I'll catch you later. Ciao.